and we will talk to experts, and we will have Centerpoint back before council. But today, let's focus on the 500,000 users in the city of Houston that still don't have power. That's where our attention ought to be driven.
When you're looking at those generators too, how many are you seeking for the city right now?
A large number. I know I've got 10 fire stations that were closed for lack of a generation, and I think there will be more. Multi-service centers. You want to use a multi-service center for... I inherited a system where you send everybody to multi-service center as a chilling center or a heating center. Problem is they left out, they don't have any powers, and when they lose power, they don't have a generator. It's all about transparency. And people that have been on council for 4 years need to reveal it's been like that for years and nothing was allowed to be said about it. I have department directors, when they start telling me about how bad things are, they ask me permission to go talk to the users of their services. General Services asked me for permission to talk to fire. I said, why are you asking me permission to go talk to the fire department or the fire union about what their priorities are? The Kingwood circumstances, firemen sleeping with holes in the floor, mold in the ceiling, and they have to ask me, can they go address that? I said, what do you mean you got it? Previous administration wouldn't allow them to talk to fire. It's all about transparency and acknowledging you have a problem. We have a shortfall financially, one I inherited. Forget the firefighters agreement. We were $160 million short when we took office in January. But no, we were going around town, the previous administration and others, bragging that we had a $400 million surplus. The press is going to have to do a better job. The press knew we didn't have $400 million in the bank. Austin reads about it, and you wonder why they don't send you assistance. And then you have to review, where'd you spend the money? The cancer cluster relocation, 5th Ward, no plan, no money. Solar farm in Sunnyside, no plan, no money. I can go on and on. Complete communities, there's incomplete communities across this city. We got to quit playing politics with people's lives and safety. You make Acres Home an incomplete community, go across Hempstead Highway into Carverdale. Same social economic challenges. They're not a complete, wasn't designated as a complete community. Yeah, I'm angry because people have, in responsible positions, have neglected residents of Houston. You know it, and I know it. I have people in city government say bad streets are good because it slows people down. Now try that philosophy of city government. Bad streets are a good thing. You know, broken streets are a good thing. The concrete are a good thing because it'll slow people down.
How does the massive challenges that you're describing slow the process to get Houston better?
Well, first of all, let me emphasize we're a great city.
You just highlighted a lot of problems.
That's the reason I ran for mayor. In fact, our first signs for the campaign were elect Whitmire, fix Houston. And I was basing it on being a resident, traveling the streets, knowing how unprotected we were from with fire and police. I committed to leave Austin to come work on city issues. And we have not stopped since day one. In fact, at New Year's night at 12:05, we were out with the police chief making calls, checking out the noise ordinance on Washington and Durham, and I haven't stopped. And I'm not going to stop, and Houstonians are supporting this effort to fix most areas of city government. Fire, police, public works, health. I don't know how much time you got, but I could spend the afternoon talking about things that need fixing in the city of Houston.
The question today in council is what council can do. One of the things that's thrown out there is ordinances requiring assisted living facilities to, some of those to have.
Now let me caution you there. Of course that's good. I was at one of the first ones arrived at Independence Hall over on the airline. Horrible. Now, keep in mind, every time city governments try to correct things, elections matter, Austin gets involved. and tries to restrict city government. Austin had a tree ordinance. The legislature struck it down. Do away with plastic bags in Austin. The legislature struck it down. Second chance, doing away with the black box on hirees, on city applications. The legislature struck it down. So, sometimes things are much more complex than first described. I have relationships in Austin, but I'm not going to repair and can't overturn or undo elections that the state voters have made, nor even local government.
One thing that keeps coming up is the frequency of these storms. What do you think when you hear people say, I don't want to live here anymore, I can't put up with this? That's my biggest concern for my
I have people in the energy corridor say, one more Harvey, British Petroleum and other international companies don't have to put up with this. That's the reason I ran for office, to be transparent and describe what I'm doing with y'all this morning. We're getting much more broader than just Beryl. But Beryl is an indication of the challenges we have. We don't have money to waste. We got to prioritize our spending. We've got to make the TERS and the management district spend their money wisely. I've got 10-foot sidewalks. I went up and down Shepherd and Durham to get to the emergency center. 10-foot sidewalks. I get to Denver Harbor. They don't have sidewalks. They're walking in the street. We got to get serious. We got to deal with equality of city services and be transparent and honest. Yes, it's easy to sit around this horseshoe and talk about new ideas. I applaud that. I allow it more than any mayor in history. Talk it out. I urge them to take their issues to committee. This should not turn into a committee meeting. It essentially was this morning. Wasn't it refreshing? Take these type of sessions to the Finance Committee, to our committee system. Let the public speak. We had to ask permission to work past noon today. Where'd that come from? I inherited a system of government that's got to stop at 11:59 and say, can we keep working on the people's business? To talk as a public speaker, you got to sign up the day before. I leaned over and told Marta, why don't we just open it up? People couldn't sign up yesterday. They couldn't sign up Mondays for Tuesday's public session. Where are y'all? Man, when I was coming up as a younger legislator, if a body made somebody sign up the day before to appear to their elected officials, the press would have roasted us. No one in my period of time would have even thought about that. I chaired criminal justice 30 years. I give them extended time. I'm told by council members, some criticize me for extending times. We're public service. If you don't want to hear from the public, don't run.
Can you change that?
I'm going to do my darndest. It ain't on the fixed list like generators is.
Right. But you can do that.
But it's on the fixed list of having public input.
That's a quick
You get up on Tuesday morning and read something or something happened over evening, good luck talking to your elected officials. You had to sign up at 3 o'clock that afternoon. I want night sessions. I want community council meetings. We're going to open this place up so we'll be transparent and the public will know what challenges Houston faces. I get a 4 o'clock call in the morning because there's a 12-inch water line broke on Fannin, and Methodist is going to have to probably cancel their operations that day. Tell the public that. Y'all tell the public that. The good news is you got a mayor and allies that are going to fix it. We have never been in a better position working with the county, the state, and the feds to fix these things. We're going to get significant resources. We're going to reach pockets of funding that haven't been thought of before I get it here.
Mayor, are we expecting FEMA to step in and help? And by when?
Absolutely, FEMA. We've met every threshold that they needed to activate their policies and benefits.
Yeah. When are they?
As I talk to you.
Yeah, in past storms, we've seen the FEMA administrator come into town. At times,
that was part of showbiz. Yeah, we don't need to have a news conference and the director. I've got other federal officials willing to come here. I'm asking them to stay at their desk, sign the damn papers, and fix things. I don't need a meet and greet with most other officials. I got a phone. If y'all don't have it, most people have my cell number. The White House called me on my cell day before yesterday, and it was either Biden, the president, or somebody using his name, okay? With that said, y'all got me pretty fired up. I'm going to have to go upstairs and go to and work. Already missed lunch.
And I'm trying to get off of that real point. If
Yeah,
it's
Mark.
okay. This is the most spirited we've seen you up here as mayor. How much of it is because of the...
Because I love people and I care for Houstonians. I would have never left Dean of the Senate to come down here and work 18-hour days. And the most strongest advice I get by my friends and family is take care of yourself.
Mayor.
And I'm willing to go the extra step. My daughter alarm went off at 1 o'clock this morning because the system was broken. I don't know if you know what it's like at 1 o'clock in the morning for your burglar alarm to go off, but you will hit the floor.
Mayor,
And then I realized the damn thing was broken.
is your frustrations intensified as a result of the problems that you are seeing with this storm?
Opening statement
that
was
you were not...
a crisis like this reveals your challenges and neglect and, quite frankly, often cover-up of what the real circumstances are. The good news is experience matters. My experience is paying off because I know where to get additional resources. We're benefiting from those contacts as I talk to you. It'll go through this crisis, preparing for the next one, and it will also be in position for next session. I could go on and brag about things. Metro was shuffling these out-of-town workers to and from their work stations to where they were spending the night. So we just are resilient. I've got Angela Blanchard heading up recovery and resiliency. She was at the Dome receiving Katrina evacuees years ago. We have an excellent team. My team is working around the clock.
Mayor, question, there's not enough gas for the community. Gas stations stop working, they don't have power,
I
no
understand.
electricity. Is there any plan for the citizens? I mean, this city basically
The emergency
runs
center is in contact with the energy companies. The problem is energy. You know, the Circle K that I go to there on Memorial is closed. And so people are going to have to conserve. I would urge people to conserve their use of that fuel. Be smart, be safe, look out for your family, your neighbors, your pets, senior citizens. We have senior citizens that are so vulnerable because some have nowhere to turn, no one to turn. The management of some of our assisted living and independent homes, independent living homes, they've abandoned them. We need criminal penalties against them. There's a lot to do, and it's a lot of good things happening that we don't hear about. And I can spend. I'm frustrated right now because of the neglect by the city of Houston to their own resources, first responders, healthcare providers, cooling centers, and I just know government works if you have leadership, and that's where I am.
Based on what you're saying, it sounds like you think things are much worse than you maybe expected when you were running for this position.
I knew we had serious challenges. I would not have left the Senate. In fact, I was asked to run early on, and I said no, because I was making a difference in Austin. We moved murder cases to the front of the line. We created an entertainment district. George Brown, the entertainment district, is going to get significant resources. But then I was approached to consider it, and I had to weigh where I could use my contacts and experience better. Austin, where I was the longest-serving senator, or come back here and do exactly what I'm doing this morning. Be honest with Houstonians that we have a great city, and we've got to get ready. People are moving here from around the world, but we have to prepare infrastructure, public safety, add energy, electricity. You know, government works if you have leadership and you address your concerns, and that's what I'm doing as I stand here before you. I'll work long hours today, and I'll be back early in the morning. Actually, I was supposed to be at a food distribution center at Balin at noon, but I could not leave this critical council meeting. We have a new model under me, being transparent, open, and make things happen. So let me go to work. Thank y'all.
Mario, you got your 5 minutes.
We all got our 5 minutes.
It's all your fault, Mark.
Thank you, Mayor. We appreciate it. Thank you, Mayor.
In the past, leave it there. Where you are today, today is a gift, it's a present. Be present and right now. And the future, look forward to it. Make plans for your future. Know where you're going. Know that whatever your future holds is positive, right? Know that what you're going to do in the future is something that has nothing to do with your past. Everybody here has already told you network with people that are positive, that are going in positive places, that are doing great things. You can always lean on the staff that's here, on the community partners that's here. We want to help you. We want to support you. Some of you guys I've met as a part of the program. Dr. Elika is here. He's here to support you. All the staff is here to support you. We want to help you all do the level best that you can do, all right? The last thing that I wanted to do is introduce you all, for those who may know and may not know, the staff that is here. Will all the program staff please stand? We have our trainer, Ms. Mary Henry. We have all of our counselors, Mr. Wayne Bourne, Mr. Alfredo Ortiz, Ms. Nada Henry. We also have some new staff members here. Ms. Tatiana Wilson, Ms. Elvia Coronado. We have also Robin, who is here, and we also have Ms. Veronica Williams. And we also have another new counselor here, Ms. Sharon Eigelhart. Is there anybody up in the back of the room? Ms. Cynthia Stansfield Castile. We also have Laquita Burks, and we have Ms. Maria Castro Barnaby, and we also have Anna Faustin and Anne Marie Faustin and Michael Long, I'm sorry. But that's not it on the staff. We also have on the stage 2 of our assistant directors who work very diligently to support us through this work. We have Ms. Patricia Watson, and we also have Assistant Director Deborah Moore. We thank you. And we also have a graduate of our program from many, many years ago, Mr. Alfred Jones. He's joined us as well. If I have missed anyone here, please charge it to my head and not my heart. Thank you all for coming.
Hurricane season is from June 1st to November 30th.
Houston Public Works Floodplain Management Office wants to make sure you are prepared.
Know your flood risk. Half of all flooded properties happen outside the floodplain. Visit FEMA's Flood Map Service Center to know your flood risk. Insure your property. Buy flood insurance today. Flood insurance policies take up to 30 days to go into effect. Also, make sure the policy has adequate coverage for your home and property. Protect people and property from flood hazards.
Driving around barricades could be a deadly decision.
Don't drive on flooded streets or in areas that are prone to flooding. The Floodplain Management Office has lots of helpful information on how to flood-proof your home.
Build carefully.
If you're building in the floodplain, Find out what permits are required at HoustonPermittingCenter.org. Be aware of special repair and improvement rules for homes in the floodplain. For more floodplain tips, visit our website or give us a call.
Listen, the Houston Public Library isn't just a place for books. It's a hub of endless possibilities, offering services that you may not even know exist.
Did you know at the Houston Public Library, they have free Wi-Fi access?
And for the little ones in your life, they offer story time, interactive learning activities, and homework assistance to nurture their growing minds.
Houston Public Library, where knowledge meets opportunity.
Visit us in person or explore our digital library on our website or mobile app.